Hey, Star Wars Armada Explained. I'm Karnak. Thank you for joining me. It's your buddy, it's your pal. We're going to get through another card here. We're going to look at Iden Versio for the Empire. She is an officer for the Empire. You can see there at the icon, bottom left-hand corner of the card. Opposite, again, you'll see the Empire faction symbol. Shows that she can only equip to Empire ships. Her point cost is 6. In front of her name, you'll see a little dot or bullet point. Signifies she is unique. You can only have one of her in your fleet. Her card reads, when you resolve the evade defense effect, you can cancel one die at close range or distance 1. The next part, Squadron Command, you may discard this card to choose one enemy ship at close range. That ship gains one raid token of your choice. So let's break it down. Where is she great at? Well, the Empire really only has 3 ships that have the ability to naturally take evade tokens. And that's the Gladiator gets 1, the Raider gets 2, and an Archidans gets 1. Now, you could make an argument that you could bring a Superstar Destroyer and in one of the officer seats take Nita and then take Iden, but that is just, you can do it, but why? don't do that, please. I mean, do it if you want to, but anyway, moving on with the card. So there's 3 ships here that can gain a benefit from having her card. So what is she doing? She's helping to modify that effect to where if you are at close range or defending at distance 1, again, it says both, but distance 1 is part of close range. It's just interesting that they include both. Probably there's a reason for it that we'll find out at some point. Again, I don't know why the wording is there. But it says you can cancel one die at close range. So now you have your evade that can cancel a dice at long range, reroll a dice at medium range, and cancel a dice at close range. So now your evade token is only weak at medium range, being only able to have the reroll. I mean, still not weak, it's still good, but definitely not as good as canceling a die. Now do note that it says here you need to resolve the evade defense token. So compare this to something like Captain Burnson. Captain Burnson is 5 points, but you gotta stick near an obstacle, distance 1 to 2, and she's a one-time use. Evade, you can use as many times as you have evade, so one nice thing about it, especially if you're taking a raider, even if they're at point-blank range of an enemy ship trying to shoot at it, you're going to get value out of her card to be able to cancel defense dice unless they want to spend accuracies to lock your evade tokens. But where you probably won't see as much use is on like Archidans or Gladiators. There's still an argument to be made to have her on like Demolisher or an Archidans. But again, remember, if that defense token gets accuracied, you can't use it. So it's that risk versus reward aspect of, do you bring Iden or do you bring Captain Burnson? Um, so that is how the first part of Iden Versio's card works. So very simple, very straightforward. The second part of her card is it shows the squadron command symbol. So remember, the only time you can resolve a squadron command is if you spend a dial, or spend a token, or you spend a dial and token together. So essentially, at any point, if you resolve that squadron command, you may discard this card to choose one enemy ship at close range. That ship gains one raid token of your choice. So again, when you're measuring for close range, and it's not an attack, so all you need to do is measure from the closest plastic point to the closest plastic point. As you see there, oh, that's not, there we go, that's the right range. So you'll see there that we are at close range from front to front. Again, just only needs to be, because it's not an attack, which is if you're attacking, you range from cardboard to cardboard. Card upgrade affects you range from closest point to closest point, plastic to plastic. Do not measure from the shield dials or the plastic frames of those shield dials. It's the physical model. Okay. So as long as you resolve the squadron command, you discard Iden, and then you choose one enemy ship. In this case, we're going to choose that Nebulon, and then it's at close range. That ship gains one raid token of your choice. So then you would put a raid token on it, depending on if it's something like a Nebulon. Maybe you want to put a squadron token on there, squadron raid. Interdictor, maybe engineering. In terms of when should you utilize that second ability, well, you probably would want to use it once your evades are gone, but by that time, most situations, like just keeping her to have the die canceling ability is usually still like way more useful than putting a one-time raid token on a target. I mean, you'll have to make the determination as you play with her. I mean, there might be a situation where somebody doesn't have the ability, you know they're going to queue up something like a squadron command or engineering command, and you know if you discard her, you can block that so that they're not able to get that command off, and maybe that's more beneficial for your fleet in that regard. But that's Iden. Essentially, she helps buff up the evade tokens, especially for raiders. She's great with Corvus, really helping giving that one of your raiders at least more survivability, especially against squadrons, which is what they typically struggle with. But I mean, that still won't save you for like a big, huge, blast shot at like medium range that could still potentially take down your raider. But more survivability is still good. And again, it's got the a slightly useful benefit of maybe the evades are gone, the ship's going down. Iden's gonna hop off to put a ray token on something. So that's Iden. There is no other crazy interactions or things going on with her. She's very straightforward. Of course, if you feel like I missed anything or got anything wrong, please be sure to point it out. Let me know. I appreciate you guys watching, and hey, catch you next time.